Welcome to the Bayonet's Countdown to November, a series of interviews with the candidates in the November 4th election. I'm Marty Madden. With me for this segment is Joyce Stinnet Baki, a Democrat who is seeking an at-large seat on the Board of County Commissioners in Calvert County. And she's running against quite a field of other candidates. Joyce, tell us why you've chosen to run for county commissioner.
I was born and raised here in Calvert County, and spent a few years away when I was in college and first married, and came back and really feel I have something to give. And I feel that I also owe it to the county to try to give back. It's given me an awful lot. It's given me a great education, and it is one of the most beautiful places on earth. I love the county, and I want to see it be a place where my grandchildren and their children can grow up and enjoy a good life.
Now, what issues do you believe the next board is going to be needing to address over the next 4 years?
I still feel that there is a lot that needs to be done with the economy. And to that end, I feel that we really need to address small business development and business development, bringing in more businesses to the county, making it more streamlined for them to come in, develop their businesses, and even the businesses that are already there, helping them find ways to expand, and helping them find ways to promote their products. One of the things that I have seen in the last few years is that it's very, very difficult for some of our businesses to even be seen. The signage is very difficult for businesses to get and be able to promote themselves from the road. It's one of those things that needs to be done, and I've heard more than one time with businesses that there's so many challenges for them to come in and actually build their business. So I really feel that that is going to be one of the issues. I know that there is an issue looming out there with Dominion. We still have a lot of citizens that are not happy with Dominion coming in because there's still some unanswered questions. And I also feel that we need to look at finding ways to keep our county still green. We have farmers and water there that have great businesses, and we need to help them with theirs. Our economy was built on the backs of watermen and farmers, so we need to make sure that that is sustained as we go forward.
Now, they'll be overseeing a pretty big budget. What budget priorities do you have as a county commissioner?
As I look at some of the things that have happened, I'd love to see the county become more tech savvy. There needs to be more online opportunities for our citizens to find out what's going on with the county, for businesses to get on and to see, where they're, like they have a building permit. Where is the building permit and where at in the process are they? Making life easier for the citizen, because we are a very technological society now. I also would like to see the employees have not had raises in many years. I think that that's something that needs to be addressed. We need to look at the budget for the school board, because I know that they have not seen raises for the teachers and the support staff. And I know our sheriff's department has not seen raises. So I think that these are very, very important things to look at. But that being said, I also know that we need to balance our budget and to find ways to make sure that anything that we do is sustainable, and that many of the things that we have can pay for themselves.
Do you advocate any property tax increase?
I would not like to see a property tax increase. We have not had a property tax increase in many, many years, but no. I have property, we own our house in Calvert County, and no, I'd not like to see my taxes go up, just as I'm sure that many of our citizens don't want to see their taxes go up. If they want more services, taxes would have to go up. But I think that there's ways that we can go out there and make it better without raising property taxes.
Joyce, the big buzzword in government these days is transparency. Do you believe there's true transparency in the Calvert County government? And if not, what would you do to fix that situation?
I feel that there is transparency, but there needs to be more. I think it's very, very important as an elected official that anything you do be transparent. And if a citizen needs an answer to a question, they should not be put off. There should be a way that they can learn more. I know a lot of challenges have been brought on and by different projects that have happened, and citizens don't feel that they're part of it. So I think that we need to find ways to make sure that they are part of it and make sure that they have the access to do and see what we're doing as elected officials, because we are working in their behalf. It's not the other way around. I mean, we have been elected by them to do the best job that we can do and do the things that are important to them.
Now, if you feel that Maryland's jurisdictions are being handed too many unfunded mandates from the state, what, in your opinion, does Calvert County need to do to assert its autonomy?
We need to assert our autonomy because there have been a lot of mandates put down, and we need to join together with other counties like us, small counties, rural counties that have had things kind of pushed upon us, and join forces and go back and say, enough is enough. It is time for the state and the federal government to stop pushing things on us and saying, you are going to do this, and not give us any type of budget to do it with. Far too many times we are faced with instituting something that has not had the proper funding, or it's instituted before they have all the answers. And I think that before we do anything, we should check with our other counties, because I'm sure that they're in the same quandary that we are with some of these things. And join together. I mean, you do better by joining in a force and going forward than just standing there by yourself, wringing your hands and saying, oh my, what are we going to do?
Is there any mandate in particular that grates on you?
You know, it's interesting because one of the things that I've seen a lot of challenges with Common Core. You know, that mandate has been put down upon the school board and upon the school system, and yet I don't think the proper funding has been put in place to allow them to go forward with it. They've had a lot of different mandates over the years, and I think it's just been done too quickly. Even the parents don't understand what's going on with the Common Core. So I think that, you know, that's one top of mind, that because I have grandchildren and they're constantly coming home and their parents are going, even I don't understand what they're doing. So yes, I think that's probably one of the first ones that I would say.
Mm-hmm.
The rain tax, you know, things that it is very difficult for us to control. I think that we ought to really relook at.
Okay. With a huge construction project about to get rolling, and potentially another one if Calvert Cliffs 3 ever regains its previous traction, are you prepared for a lot of citizens' inquiries, concerns, and feedback over the next 4 years?
Absolutely. It's been interesting. That is one of the things in this election. I've had a lot of calls where they wanted my opinion. How did I feel about a project? How did, you know, where did I stand? Especially with the Dominion Cove Point project, I live on Cove Point, or Little Cove Point Road, half a mile from the plant. So of course, I have very, very strong feelings about the project, which is so important to us, but also wanting to know that they have addressed the safety concerns. I mean, I feel that this project is a great opportunity for us to see people go back to work doing building and construction. But I also understand my neighbors' concerns when they say, how are we going to get out if something happens? So I think that you have to be prepared as an elected official to answer your phone, to have an open door policy when these people come to you and say, I want to talk to you. I think that's very, very important.
Mm-hmm. Now, the last couple of years you've been in county government.
Yes, I have.
As a tourism specialist.
I've been the tourism specialist and I work for I've seen things. It's been interesting because it's a great opportunity for me to see how the Economic Development Department has worked to help businesses grow, how they have put in programs that allow, an example would be doing some seminars on business practices, social media, how to build a marketing plan. These are all things that I've seen the county doing, and it's an opportunity to make the county grow. Adding more of these programs, giving the opportunities for these people to build our communities is great. Yes, I'm a big proponent of tourism. Tourism brings in billions and billions of dollars for the state of Maryland. And I'm really pleased because in the last year I know that our tourism has grown about 7%. Just got the numbers the other day. Mm-hmm. And this is on the tax codes that have come down from the state of Maryland. But we have grown by 7%.
Okay, and you'd like to see that grow up?
I would love to see that grow up. Tourism we have a lot of tourism opportunities in Calvert County. The buzzwords right now are culinary and outdoor. Wow, what do we have here? We have a beautiful county surrounded by water, all the opportunities for you to go, boating and fossil hunting and canoeing and kayaking and culinary. I mean, my gosh, we've got all these great farms that can provide farm to table, and all the opportunities there are oystermen, providing oysters right to the dock and then getting off and having somebody come in. I want to give you a good example. 2 weeks ago, I had the opportunity to have a travel writer here. We went fishing, and we came back. We had only caught 2 fish, but one of the programs that some of our restaurants have is that once the fish are clean, they will take the fish and literally cook it for the people. So we sat there right after we had gone fishing and ate the rockfish and the blue that we caught, and it was wonderful.
Okay. Well, obviously that's a subject it's dear to your heart.
It is a dear to my.
We can speak some more with Commissioner Baki.
I hope so.
In the upcoming 4 years, but our time is just about exhausted, and our thanks to Joyce Stinnet Baki for being a guest on this segment of Countdown to November.
Thank
I'm
you.
Marty Matt.